Okay, fine. So let us start with this next question, that is question number 20. Okay. So this is the question number 20 in front of you. Let us read it and let us see how to solve it. Okay. The question is something like this. A light rod of length L and length L has two masses M1 and M2 attached to its ends. Light rod म्हटलंय म्हणजे रॉडचं वेट काय किंवा मास कन्सिडर करायची गरज नाही. हॅज टू मासेस M1 and M2 attached to its two ends. त्याच्या दोन्ही एंडला दोन मासेस आहेत M1 and M2. The moment of inertia, just give me a second. The moment of inertia of the system about an axis perpendicular to the rod and passing through the center of mass is. किती सिंपल क्वेश्चन आहे बघा. असे क्वेश्चन्स एक्झामला आलेले पण आहेत ऑलरेडी. So what is the question? The question is something like this. The question is something like this. What we are given? We are given one rod. We are given one rod, light rod, okay, whose mass is not to be considered because it is given that it is a light rod. Okay. So for question number 20, what we will write, or what we will draw, one rod like this, light rod. At the ends of the two rods, there are 2 point masses. First is M1, second is M2. Okay. And moment of inertia of this system about an axis passing through center and perpendicular to the length of the rod. Okay, but which center? Whether it is a geometrical center of the rod or center of mass? The answer is center of mass. See, we may make a mistake like आपण बरोबर याच्या मिड पॉइंटलाच मे बी ऍक्सिस घेतला असता, तिथं आपली मिस्टेक झाली असती. ओके, मिड पॉइंटला जर आपण घेतला असतं तर तिथं आपली मिस्टेक झाली असती. ऍक्च्युअली काय इथं काय लिहिलं इथं, what is the moment of inertia of the system about an axis perpendicular to the rod and passing through the center of mass. म्हणजे इथं सेंटर ऑफ मास, सिस्टीमचा सेंटर ऑफ मास पाहिजे आहे. आता रॉडला तर काय वेट नाहीये. सो आता रॉडला जर वेट नसेल and if this total distance is let's say L, now for this point to be center of mass, let's say from the center of mass, distance of first mass is R1 and distance of second mass is R2. Now what we can say, M1 R1 is equal to M2 R2. So for two mass system, for two particle system, distances from the center of mass are R1 and R2. So in that case we can write M1 R1 is equal to M2 R2. Okay, and from that we can get the ratio of R1 divided by R2. We can get ratio of R1 divided by R2. We want to find out the value of R1. We want to find out the value of R2 in terms of L. In terms of L, because length of the rod is given as L, and all the answers are in terms of L. So we want to find out R1 and R2 in the language of L. So M1 R1 is equal to M2 R2. So R1 upon R2 is equal to what? It is M2 upon M1. It is M2 upon M1. So what we can write is the first equation in terms of R1 and R2. Now we have two variables and one equation. Now we have two variables R1 and R2 and we have only one equation. So what we have to do? We have to write one more equation in terms of R1 and R2. So what is one more equation? R1 plus R2 equal to L. R1 plus R2 is equal to L. So now we have two equations and two unknowns. Two unknowns are R1 and R2. Let us find out the value of R2 first. So let us replace R1. How this R1 can be replaced? R1 can be replaced by M2 upon M1 into R2. M2 upon M1 into R2. So R1 can be replaced using equation 1. In equation 2, what we can write is, we can just replace this R1. R1 can be replaced by M2 upon M1 into R2. So M2 upon M1 into R2 plus R2 is equal to L. Okay. Now R2 we can take common into bracket 1 plus M2 by M1. Here we can write 1 and R2 common, and this M2 by M1 is equal to L. Now R2 is equal to what? R2 is equal to this L divided by 1 plus M2 upon M1. Okay. Now what we can do the multiplication like this: L divided by m1 plus m2 whole divided by m1. Now this m1 will go on to the numerator, so R2 is equal to m1 divided by m1 plus m2 multiplied by L. This is going to be the value of R2. This is going to be the value of R2. And from the value of R2, we can find the value of R1. What is R1? What is R1? It is M2 upon M1 into R2. This R2 on the right hand side. So what is R1? It is M2 upon M1 into R2. What is R2? R2 is M1 divided by M1 plus M2 into L. Sir, this M1 gets cancelled. M1 gets cancelled. So what remains is M2 divided by M1 plus M2 multiplied by L. So this is the value of R1. This is the value of R1. Now what is that something we want to find out? We want to find out the moment of inertia. We want to find out the moment of inertia of this system. Moment of inertia of this system. Okay. About which axis? About an axis passing through center of mass and not the center of rod. This you cannot take as L by 2 and L by 2. This value R1 we have found out, R2 we have found out in the language of L. And now that we will be using to find out the moment of inertia about an axis passing through center of mass. Okay, fine. So what is the moment of inertia of first point mass? M1 R1 square. Second point mass M2 R2 square. Rod is a light rod, weightless rod, massless rod. So no need to calculate the moment of inertia of rod. So M1 R1 square plus M2 R2 square. That is going to be the moment of inertia of our entire system. So moment of inertia of the system will become M1 R1 square plus M2 R2 square. M1 as it is, R1 we have found out as M2 divided by M1 plus M2 into L bracket square. So this is M1 R1 square plus M2 as it is, R2. What is R2? R2 is M1 upon M1 plus M2. M1 upon M1 plus M2 multiplied by L, and this R2 is to be squared. So what are the things which can be taken common? We can take this common as L square divided by M1 plus M2 we can take common. Okay. L square divided by M1 plus L2, L square divided by M1 plus L2 we can take common. So what will remain here? M1 into M2 square plus here what will remain? M2 into M1 square. And what is that we have taken common? We have taken common this L square divided by M1 plus L2. M1 plus M2. L square divided by M1 plus M2. Now sir, again M1, M2, M1, M2 we can take common. M1, M2 या M2 square मधला एक M2 आणि या M1 square मधला एक M1. So M1, M2, M1, M2 we can take common. After taking M1, M2 common, what remains here is M2. After taking M1, M2 common, what remains here is M1. And M1, M2 common outside the bracket divided by this M1 plus M2 and then multiplied by this L square. Okay. Now you can observe here. I think here M1 plus M2 bracket square should be there. Okay. Here L square divided by M1 plus M2 bracket square should be taken as common. Here M1 plus M2 bracket square. Okay. Now M1 plus M2 and M1 plus M2 square and एक value cancel होईल. So in the denominator one M1 plus M2 will remain. So what is the answer? Answer is M1 M2 divided by M1 M2 divided by एक square आणि एक value cancel होईल. एक M1 plus M2 as it is शिल्लक राहील. So M1 plus M2 into L square. This is the moment of inertia of the system. So this is our final answer. Check whether it is clear or not. Reply in the chat box, clear and written. Good. Fine. Now let us move on to the next question. That is question number 25. Question number 25. Now let us see how to solve this question number 25. And the question for question number 20, option number 1 is the correct option. M1 M2 upon M1 plus M2 into L square. Okay. So now let us solve the next question, that is question number 25. Let's see what is given in the question number 25. Three objects: A, solid sphere; B, thin circular disc, okay, thin disc; and C is the circular ring. So what are the things we are given? Three objects: A, B, and C. First is solid sphere. Second is thin disc, circular disc. Third is circular ring, thin circular ring. Okay, these are the three objects which are given. Every time after reading the question or a line, you have to extract the data. Each have the same mass m and the radius r. Each of them have same mass m and the radius r. Okay, sir, fine. Next, they all spin with the same angular speed omega about their own symmetry axis. Amounts of work W required to bring them to rest would satisfy the relation. आता आपल्याला त्यांना stop करायचं आहे. Now we want to stop these objects. Sphere is rotating about its axis of symmetry. Thin disk is also rotating about its natural axis of symmetry. And the ring is also rotating about its own or the natural axis of symmetry. Now we have to bring all of them to rest. Sphere is rotating with the angular velocity omega. Disk is also rotating with the angular velocity omega. Ring is also rotating with the angular velocity omega. Now they are asking, work done to bring the sphere at rest to rest is WA. Work done to bring the disk at rest to rest is the omega is WB. And work done to bring this ring to rest is WC. And what is the relation between WA, WB, and WC? Greater than, equal to, less than, these relations we want to find out. Very simple thing. Work, how much work we need to do? Work done is equal to change in kinetic energy. Work done, amount of work done will be equal to change in kinetic energy. So write down amount of work done will be change in KE. Change in KE. Now final KE is 0 in all the cases. Final KE is 0 in all the cases. We have to bring all of them to rest. We have to bring all of them to rest. So change in KE, delta KE is equal to mod of, okay, we want to take the mod, we just want the numerical value, mod of KE final minus KE initial. So final KE is 0 in all the cases, minus initial KE whatever it is, minus initial KE whatever it is. Now in the mod, no need to take the minus sign. We just want to find out the numerical value. आपल्याला फक्त work compare करायचे. So delta KE, change in kinetic energy, is equal to simply initial KE, because finally KE is 0. What is the formula for kinetic energy? It is 1/2. Of course, rotational kinetic energy we are talking about. 1/2 I omega square. 1/2 I omega square. Now let us calculate three work dones. Okay. Now change in kinetic energy is nothing but amount of work required. Okay, that will be equal to 1/2 I omega square. 1/2 I omega square. Now in the first case, WA, work done in the first case, will be equal to 1/2 moment of inertia of the first object. First object is what? Sir, first object is sphere. First object is sphere, solid sphere it is. Okay. What is the moment of inertia of solid sphere? It is 2/5 mr square. So 2/5 mr square. What is omega? Omega is omega. That काही change नहीं है. No need to write m1, m2, m3 because all the masses, all the radii are equal. So no need to write m1 and r1. Okay. So here these two gets cancelled. What remains is m into r square omega square upon phi. M into r square omega square upon phi. Okay. So here it becomes m into r square omega square upon phi. 2 gets cancelled. So this is the work done in the first case. Now work done for the second case, again 1/2 I omega square. Now I, what is I? Moment of inertia. Second object is disk. Moment of inertia of disk about this axis is 1/2 mr square. It is 1/2 mr square. So let us write 1/2 mr square into omega square I. Now we have replaced, we have to write omega as omega square as it is. Now 1/2 will become 1/4. That becomes mr square omega square as it is. This is the work done in the second situation. And work done for the third object, that is ring. Again 1/2 I omega square. What is I? I of the ring is moment of inertia of the ring about this axis is mr square simply. So we will write here mr square. We will write here mr square into omega square as it is. So answer here becomes 1/2 mr square omega square. This is third. Now here we can very easily observe 1/2 means 0.5, 1/4 means 0.25, and 1/5 means 0.2. 1/2 is more than 1/4. 1/2 is more than 1/4, and 1/4 is more than 1/5. आता 1/2 मोर असेल तर WC मोर असेल, मग 1/4 म्हणजे WB, आणि least value is 1/5. Least value is 1/5 means omega A is least. Okay, so 1/2 is more than 1/4 is more than 1/5 means WC will be more than WB will be more than WA. Check if it is clear or not. We simply found out change in kinetic energy as work done. So जिथला change in kinetic energy जास्त असेल तिथला work done जास्त असेल. Change in kinetic energy कसं काढणार? Final minus initial. Final तर 0 आहे. We have to bring all the particles, all the objects at rest. Means initial kinetic energy is the change in kinetic energy because final is 0. Reply me in the chat box CW clear and written so that we can move on to the next question. Good. Let me check if there is any problem in joining the meeting. Just a second. Fine. Now let us move on to the next question, that is question number 30. Question number 30. Let us read the question number 30. Last question. Observe here. An elevator is going up with an acceleration of 2 meters per second. Elevator means lift. Lift moving up, accelerating up. Okay. If the radius of the wheel attached to the elevator is 0.1 meter, find out the number of revolutions in t equal to 10 seconds. Okay. See, what is the question? There is one elevator. Okay. It is moving up with an acceleration equal to 2 meters per second. With an acceleration equal to 2 meters per second square. And now we know the lift is generally tied with a metallic string or metallic rope, and there is one pulley like this. Okay, when this pulley rotates, the thread is wound on this pulley and the lift goes in the upward direction. Fine, sir. Now what they are asking? They are asking, find out, let me read it again. If the radius of the wheel, okay, radius R, radius of the wheel is equal to 0.1 meter, then find out the number of revolutions, n equal to question mark, in t equal to 10 second. In t is equal to 10 second. T किती दिलाय? 10 second. 10 second मध्ये किती revolutions होतील? Very simple. What we can do is this. In 10 seconds, let us find out angular displacement. 10 second मध्ये theta किती झाला ते calculate करू. If theta is equal to 2 pi, it means one rotation. If theta is equal to 4 pi, it means 2 rotations. If theta is equal to 6 pi, it means 3 rotations, and so on. Okay. So what we can find out is angular displacement we can find out. Okay, sir, fine. Now how to find out angular displacement? Angular acceleration we are given. Let us say initial angular velocity is 0. Initial angular velocity is 0. Okay. And we want to find out angular displacement. For angular displacement, let's see what are the formulae. Also we are given the time. So time आणि angular displacement साठी formula बघायचा आहे. Time असणारा angular displacement चा formula. Okay. So what we can do is this. First of all, let us write the linear equations. Okay. Instead of writing the rotational equations, let us first write the linear equations. What are the linear equations? These are V is equal to U plus AT. S is equal to UT plus half AT square. And excuse me, and V square is equal to U square plus twice AS. Now angular displacement आणि टाइम असणारे इक्वेशन कुठले, लिनियर डिस्प्लेसमेंट आणि टाइम असणारे इक्वेशन कुठले कुठले आहेत? एकच आहे, लिनियर डिस्प्लेसमेंट, टाइम, एक्सेलरेशन. बाकीच्या ठिकाणी कसं आहे, फायनल वेलॉसिटी आहे, विच इज नॉट गिवन टू अस. सो लिनियर डिस्प्लेसमेंट, टाइम आणि एक्सेलरेशन. Similarly, याला angular displacement theta, initial angular velocity omega 1 or omega 0, whatever you want to write, time interval t plus half. Instead of linear acceleration, let us write angular acceleration, t square as it is. Now this total angular displacement, how to write total angular displacement? We know if theta is equal to 2 pi, number of revolutions is equal to 1. If theta is equal to 2 pi, number of revolution is equal to 1. Then cross multiplication, theta into 1 is equal to 2 pi n, So how this theta can be replaced? Sir, theta can be replaced by 2 pi n. Let us assume initial angular velocity at 0. So 0 into t, time is given as 10 seconds, plus 1/2. Now sir, angular acceleration we don't know. How to find out angular acceleration? Observe here. Now angular acceleration of the pulley is not known, but we know the tangential acceleration of this point, because tangential acceleration of this point means the acceleration of the rope or means the acceleration of the lift. जे काय tangential acceleration आहे ते मात्र आपण कॅल्क्युलेट करू शकतो. So the tangential acceleration is given to us. So what we can write here, for time being we will write this alpha as it is, this time 10 seconds as it is. Call this as equation number 1. And now we know tangential acceleration at is equal to r alpha. Therefore sir, alpha is equal to at upon r. Sir, tangential acceleration is already given as 2. At is equal to r alpha. Alpha is equal to at upon r. At, tangential acceleration already given to us. Radius of the wheel is already given to us as 0.1. Okay, multiplying by 10 and 10 in the numerator and denominator, we can get 20 upon 1. So alpha is equal to 20. Of course, SI unit radian per second square. Now we can use this value of alpha here so that we can find out the number of revolutions n. Okay, so here again this equation 2 pi n is equal to, okay, observe here, just give me a second. Again here we have 2 pi n is equal to 0 into 10, 0, no need to write, 1/2 as it is. Alpha is what? Sir, alpha is 20 into 10 square. Okay, now we want to find out n, number of revolutions. 20 upon 2 is 10 into 10 square. 10 into 10 square is 10 raised to 3 divided by this 2 in the denominator, this pi in the denominator. Now we want to find out the answer, but before finding out the answer, we have to look at the options. Here are the options. Now we have to do the complete division, means we have to divide by pi also. So we already know 1 upon pi. What is 1 upon pi? 1 upon pi is 0.3182. So 1 upon pi is 0.3182. Always remember this value. 1 upon pi is 0.3182. 1 upon pi is approximately 0.32. 0.3182 you can write 0.32 approximately. Okay, these approximations remember. So 1 upon pi we wrote into 10 raised to 3 as it is, divide by 2 as it is. So 10 raised to 3 into 0.3182, that will become 10 raised to 3 hai na, so point right la shift honar 1 2 3, so that will become 318.2 divide by this 2, so 318.2 divide by 2. हा तर इथं जर डिव्हिजन केली तर 159.1 159.1. This is our answer. This is our answer. And what is the closest answer to 1.59? So 159.1, 318.2 upon 2 ला closest answer काय आलंय 159.1 आणि 159.1 ला closest answer काय आहे 159. 159 ला closest answer 160. Okay, so that will be written approximately as 160. Check if this question clear or not. Question clear झाला का बघा. Yes. Just reply me clear and written so that we can move on to the next question. Yes. So here we are completed with the all the questions of exercise 1, exercise 2 and exercise 3, all the 5, 10, 15 numbered questions of exercise 1, exercise 2 and previous year questions. Okay, other questions you can try and ask the doubts. Okay, now I will end this meeting here and we have to rejoin. Okay, for the next part we have to rejoin. Okay, and in the next part we will be solving the questions of the fluid mechanics. Okay, I will end the meeting and we have to rejoin.